This may look like a regular bottle of Woodford Reserve. But wait, look closer. It says Kentucky Straight Malt Whiskey. Oh, something different. I picked this up at the BC Liquor Store's Summer Spirit release. And it says here on the bill of sale, let me find it. Woodford Reserve Malt, 1 times 750 mils, $51.99. So $51.99 would be $5.20 plus $2.60 plus 10-cent bottle deposit plus $52.99. No, $51.99. $51.99 is equal to $59.89 out the door from the BC Liquor Store. And that was, as far as I know, only available for the Summer Spirit release. I don't think you can get it anymore right now in British Columbia. This may have been quite a limited release. It says Distiller Select Woodford Reserve Kentucky Straight Malt Whiskey. What else does it say down here? Label batch 0114, proprietary batch, whatever that means. Bottle number 2925, selected by Master Distiller Chris Morris. I think that's the name there. 45.2% alcohol by volume, so it's 90.4 proof. And on the back, it doesn't say much here. Produced by the Woodford Reserve Distillery, Versailles, Kentucky, USA, government warning, and so on. Nothing else. Huh. This is going to be something special. Now, I wonder if it follows the same rules as bourbon and rye, or American bourbon and rye, or straight bourbon and rye. So it's got to be, what, at least 2 years old to be straight. And it has to contain, since it says malt whiskey, I would assume that it contains, the mash bill contains 51 or more percent corn, not corn, malt, malted barley. So is it a malted barley and corn and rye, or what? I don't know. But I'm guessing that it's got to be at least 51% malted barley. Now, we got the plastic thing to fumble with. Is there a place where we can pull? Oh, there's a place we can pull. Look, you can pull it right there, and it comes right off. Nice. And there's like a tax thing which breaks very easily. And oh, nice. Natural cork, always a good thing. I prefer naturals to composites anytime. And I don't like plastic corks. Plastic corks just don't do it for me. Okay, a little more. There we are. So this is a malt whiskey. 45.2, that should be just about right. What kind of legs have we got? Sheeting action. Sheeting action and trails of droplets coming down. Big droplets. Big drops. Big drops coming down. Big trails. Now, right away on the nose, I'm getting something minty, as if there's a lot of rye. Right away, it reminds me Okay, it's high rye, definitely. And it's not as sweet as if it were a bourbon. But it is aged in those virgin American white oak barrels, I'm pretty sure. So, what to make of it? I'm getting, like I said, a mintiness like from rye. A little bit of there's a malty note there, definitely. There's a malty note as well. Once that mint sort of subsides, the mint it moves aside, and now I'm getting maltiness. Yes. Maltiness with caramel and vanilla. It's different. You associate, when you're used to having bourbon, you associate the some cherry note and some brown sugar, and here the brown sugar isn't quite there, the sweetness isn't quite there, but there's a maltiness. Exactly where you expect the corn sweetness to be, which is strange. Okay, there's a bit of a cherry note. There's a bit of a now the maltiness is the malty note is overpowering everything else. I'm getting a little bit of dill, but it's mostly malty. Malty and caramel and vanilla, definitely from the virgin oak. This is different. Where at first I was getting a minty note, now I'm getting malted barley. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of custard. Now, if I dig deep, I get some cherry, like from a bourbon, vanilla, caramel, butterscotch. So far, this is interesting. I'm going to wait a moment and taste it. No age statement on it, so yeah, to be a straight whiskey, yeah, 2 years. That's it. If it was just malt whiskey, there would be no lower limit to how long it was in the barrel, but it has some color to it. Ah, definitely different. Okay. Right away, the influence of the virgin oak is evident. We've got a lot of oakiness, oak tannins, a little bit of sweetness, but that maltiness is front row center. It's right there. I'm gonna have a second sip. Okay. The maltiness is front row center. There's a little bit of butterscotch caramel on the sides, a little bit of vanilla, a strong dill note. Strong dill note. I'm not getting any of the sweetness that I would usually get from a bourbon because there's no corn in there to make it sweeter. It's just malt and rye. It's definitely high rye content because I'm getting dill and or mintiness. It's dill. It's a minty dill, and then malty front row center, and a little bit of custard on the side, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of caramel butterscotch on the side, and mid palate. Mid palate, there's a bit of sweetness, and it's coating the mouth. This is different from anything I've ever had. Very, very interesting. The malt and the virgin oak. Then, of course, there's some rye in there as well, so it's definitely, it's not like a Scotch at all. A Scotch would have the maltiness, yes, a single, or a maltiness, but then you don't have the rye in the mash when you make a Scotch. It's just, this is really, I'm surprised. I wonder if anyone else has thought of making a Kentucky straight malt whiskey. I really like Woodford. I like Woodford double oaked. I like Woodford rye. I like Woodford bourbon. But this is different. This is Woodford malt. Really, really interesting and strange. Not unpleasant. There's that strong dill note. And then the maltiness again right in the middle. And yeah, caramel vanilla on the sides. I know I'm repeating myself, but I like this. This is really interesting and really good. And different. I guarantee you that if you're a bourbon or rye drinker, you've never had anything quite like this. Cheers!
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.